5 signs you are a born leader. Welcome to Wisdom Discerns. If this is your first time tuning into my channel, my name is Nicole and I create daily content to enlift, inspire, encourage, and assist you along your transformation journey. I am a seer. I am a life coach. I am an inspirational speaker. And most of all, I am a child of God, just as you are too. Number 1 on my list is people stare at you. You tend to attract a lot of attention. Usually it's unwarranted and unsolicited attention. And you don't quite understand it. The more you aim to not attract this much attention, it just happens. I'm going to take y'all to the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 12 through 14. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourself with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. See, when you are chosen by God, what people see on you is that light that's on the inside of you. That's that flame that is constantly replenished with the oil. And when the Most High replenishes that flame that's on the inside of you with the oil, that's that everlasting wealth. That's the oil that leads us to the well of water, that overflow of abundance. Now I'm gonna take y'all to Matthew chapter 5 verse 14 through 16. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, what they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. See, it's that well of everlasting light that's on the inside of you that's directly connected to the oil. See, when you attract that unwanted attention, that's what it is. It's coming from the inside of you. It doesn't matter what clothes you wear on the outside, how you do your hair. You may not be the best dressed in the room, and you may not even fit the usual beauty standards that the world is operating on. But you still have that light that will illuminate any space that you enter. I want you to know that that's number 1 on my list, that you are chosen by the Most High God. Number 2 on my list is that you are multi-talented. You have the ability to operate well under pressure. And, you are also a multi-potentialite. And for those of you who don't know what a multi-potentialite is, it basically means that you are multi-talented. You are blessed with the ability to lead and navigate through multiple different career choices. I'm going to take y'all to Matthew chapter 25, verse 14 through 30. Again, it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. To one he gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags, and to another 1 bag, each according to his ability. Then he went on a journey. See, all of us don't have the same gifts. Some of us may be stronger in one area, meanwhile another is stronger in other areas. This is why the number 2 on my list, that you are chosen by the Most High God, is it goes to show you that to whom much is given, much is required. So you may have to multitask. You may have to operate multiple different businesses. You may be in a space where you're able to generate several different streams of income successfully without it weighing you down. The man who had received 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 bags more. So also the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more. But the man who had received 1 bag went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. See, this is where it separates us. At number 2, you are a born leader, because we have CEOs, we have bosses, managers, and we also have employers. Some people don't want the role of a managerial position. Meanwhile, others, when they walk in the space and they interview and go for a certain job, the employer begins to consider them for a managerial role, because it's that born leader that they feel when you enter that space. Number 3 on my list is one of my favorite ones. It is humility. Now, for me, y'all, I love humility because I truly believe that regardless of who or who you are on the social ladder, maintaining that ability of humility, my fault, y'all, I just got a little bit thirsty. Maintaining that ability to remain humble, okay? What it does is it shows the presence of the Most High in your life. So I'm going to take you to the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 22. You were taught with regard to your former way of life to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires. It's imperative for us to remember to stay humble, because at one point you was in one position and then you was in the other. See, some people, it's a small amount of people who were afforded the ability to have elevator rides, who were given that silver spoon and didn't have to work and navigate through to achieve the level of leadership. That even in that space and in that arena, it's imperative for us, y'all, to remain humble, because you can lose and become demoted. See, that demotion process, it starts in the spiritual realm. It happens behind the scenes first, because God is always in the midst and he's always judging us. And although the Most High God loves each and every one of us, he still has to bring a level of fairness. And I know for some, it may feel that people are winning and they don't quite deserve it. But I'm here today, right, to encourage you to stay humble. Don't get beyond that and feel that it's your job or your duty to pass judgment on anyone else, whether they are winning in life and you feel that you are losing. I want you to encourage yourself that you are a winner and everyone has a time. So now that I'm speaking about time, we're going to go ahead on and we're going to move into number 4 on my list. Number 4 on my list that you are a born leader is that you have a time fluidity mindset. And when I say that you know that time is fluid, that's where I was just talking about, that everyone has their moment, okay? So when you may feel that you weren't promoted, maybe it wasn't your time. Maybe God wanted to test your humility. Meanwhile, someone else was being demoted because they didn't trust God. See, when you remain humble, you encourage and you cheer on others for their wins. And you also look at the losses as a lesson. See, when you lose certain things in life, regardless of what it is that you have lost, there's always a lesson connected from it that can help you apply it to your life. So I want to take y'all to the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 15 and 16. Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil. See, we are encouraged to not step on someone else's neck just to get ahead in life, and for us to be grateful of all opportunities. See, there's someone out here that started off working as a janitor, and a few years later they became the program director over that company. There's an artist out here that started off working in the mailroom who is currently a successful artist. See, I know that I'm speaking to somebody right here, that I want you to know that just because you are washing dishes in the kitchen of a restaurant, that doesn't mean that your dream of becoming a sous chef was in vain. See, I need you to understand right now that when God places leadership and any dreams, goals, and aspirations in your belly, He does not tell us when these things will happen. I need maintaining and understanding that time is fluid. That mindset and the humility that blesses you with future endeavors. It's imperative that these blessings will eventually be bestowed upon you when you trust the Most High for your dream to come true. And if that dream was planted in your belly, you need to believe that it's going to happen. And it's your ability to believe, to endure, to be willing to start at floor number 1. Because if you force yourself to the top without starting at level 1, you may miss some things that you need to learn along this journey of leadership. And see, when you look at the mindset of employers when they hire someone, what they do is they incorporate the combination of education, lived experience, and sometimes work experience. Your volunteer work is also considered a form of work experience. You see, you could have worked at McDonald's as a cashier, and that small amount of training could have prepared you to run a successful business. See, when you have and you are chosen and blessed with the gift of leadership, do not despise small beginnings, because those small beginnings is simply a preparation for you to navigate and move forward and operate in the arenas that is being prepared for you right now. So now that brings me to number 5 on my list. Number 5 is another one of my favorite ones, y'all. So if you are gaining some wisdom from this video thus far, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for me. And if you are not a part of Wisdom Discerns family, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and join the team. We are born and called into service. And when I tell you that our body is a service-based arena, the more you know, the more knowledge you gain, the more you invest in yourself. Now, whether that is financial literacy, whether that is learning a new skill such as grant writing if you work in a nonprofit arena, or if you take a class on welding and you're currently an individual who lays cement, if you take a class on small business ownership and you're working in housekeeping, any way that you invest in yourself, what it does is it prepares you to walk in that space of leadership that is developing in your belly. See, just as children have to develop in the womb of the mother when she is pregnant, it's the same way these gifts develop in our body. They may start in your soul as, it came to you in a dream, and you may be be working towards it, or some of us don't know how to begin working towards it, where you have this nudge in you and say, maybe I am being called to leadership and I am limiting my growth by allowing myself to stay stuck in a certain space. See, remember, the more you invest in yourself, the more your value will increase, which means that investing in you, it increases your value of your vessel. Because see, assets versus liquid assets and liabilities, you are an asset. I want you to know that everything about you is an asset, even if you're still working a 9-to-5 job. Those hours that you put into the business is preparing you for growth, for expansion within that organization. See, you know that you are called to leadership. So that is where you continue to pour into yourself. You continue to improve yourself. And that may be improvement based upon how you communicate. That may be staying at work a little bit longer than you're being paid to. That may be taking a little bit more time to work on a project that is being submitted for funding to grow the organization that you work at. That extra time that you invest and you show up in that space, what it does is it goes and you're finally blessed with that leadership opportunity. See, I want you to know that somebody is always watching, especially when we're paying attention to that service-based lifestyle. So when you begin to look at yourself as a business, you can apply it to an updated resume, the skills that you possess. All of that is reminding you that you are a business. So anyway, these are 5 signs that you are a born leader. Remember, to whom much is given, much is required. So again, do not despise the small beginnings, okay? And just know, if these 5 examples that I gave you resonated with you, I want you to pray over it and ask God to show you confirmation that this message that I came to deliver to you today is in alignment with you. And whatever answer you receive from the Most High God, I truly pray that you are able to step into a space that allows you to continue to invest in you. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. And if nobody told you today that they love you, I love you, God loves you, and be gentle with yourself, okay? Because it's going to be a day where you may have to operate 5 businesses, like the parable that I just read to you, where he got 5 pounds of gold and he grew it to 5 more. So hold on to this word. Don't forget to test the spirit. And most importantly, be blessed. Peace.